Here's your Village's forecast from the VNN Weather Team, presented by Sunshine Air Conditioning and Electrical. Here's meteorologist Ashley Baylor.
All right, so we've been getting some healthy afternoon showers and thunderstorms here in the Villages, and it is helping. That water is absorbing into the ground, getting down into the groundwater, the aquifers, and that is obvious as Sumter County, look at this, parts of Sumter County, you're seeing the shades of yellow. That is now just considered abnormally dry. So parts of Sumter County have actually pulled themselves out of the moderate drought, but the rest of the county still in moderate drought. You can see half of Marion County is now only in a moderate drought, so improvements there, but you can see through eastern parts of Marion County down into Lake County, we still have a severe drought situation there, but also shows where maybe some of the heavier rain has been. Certainly the heavier rain across Florida has basically been from the Panhandle down towards, let's say, Homosassa Springs, up towards Cedar Key. They've seen a lot of rain over the past 7 days, over a foot in some spots. So yeah, comparatively speaking, they're doing a lot better, and there are other spots that still need improvement. All right, let's actually break down the numbers here. So far year to date, we've picked up just over 21 inches of rain here in the Villages. Typically, we should be close to 26.5 inches. So we're still running over 5.5 inches below where we should be. But again, a lot of the water is getting down into the groundwater, which is helping our drought situation. So I know you may look at that number and say, well, how is our drought improving? It's all about the groundwater. All right, now we could add to that as we go into Friday, because we are going to be tracking around of showers and thunderstorms once again. So as I said earlier, if you are going to be outdoors, and so many of us are, make sure that you're keeping an eye on the radar from time to time. If you start to see those big, tall cumulonimbus clouds develop, yeah, that's also when you want to look at the radar, see where the storm is developing, and sometimes they can develop overhead, so listen for those rumbles of thunder. Temperatures will be right around 90 degrees with winds coming out of the east at 5 to 15 miles per hour, so 90 degrees before the rain comes down. All right, Friday night, we are going to see those thunder showers early, but then overall, as we go through the overnight hours, we'll be under partly cloudy skies with temperatures coming down into the mid-70s. On Saturday, temperatures are going to inch up just a little bit, so we're looking at partly cloudy skies, another round of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, and the winds are going to shift ever so slightly more out of the southeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour. So if you were even thinking of going to our East Coast beaches Friday or Saturday, just be aware that that onshore breeze is going to kick up the risk of rip currents. So the Gulf Coast in this case may be a safer option for you. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast, where as we go through Saturday on into Sunday, temperatures are going to hold in the low to almost mid-90s by the time you get to Sunday. I mean, when it comes to humidity, it's going to feel over 100. So what the temperature is doesn't make as much of a difference. Now, going on into next week, temperatures are going to be in the low to mid-90s here in the Villages, especially going into Tuesday and Wednesday, a couple of toasty days there. Once you factor in the humidity on those days, it's going to feel likely around 104, 105, 106, somewhere in there. So make sure you're taking care of yourselves. I was emphasizing this when our temperatures were a little bit hotter a few weeks ago, but even on days like this, especially if you're going to spend a lot of time outdoors, make sure you're taking breaks in the shade or air-conditioned areas, drinking plenty of water, and also reducing that strenuous activity at times. Whenever you feel like it's too much for you, try and squeeze it in before 10 or wait until after 6. In the meantime, you can always check out our forecast updates right here on VNN. You can tune your radio to WVLG and check us out in the Villages Daily Sun.
Thanks for watching meteorologist Ashley Baylor, presented by Sunshine Air Conditioning and Electrical.